Hi everybody, welcome to SSB Tales, and in this particular video we are going to look at what is the dress code that is required for the different tests that are conducted in SSBs as per the official notification. I've already made a video where I've discussed in detail what are the different tests that are conducted with the name 5-day procedure in SSB, and that is in the same playlist which you are currently looking at. Okay, so there you can understand about SSB, but here we are going to understand that there are certain codes for dress that you have to follow. So there are different tests that are conducted that we have already understood from that particular previous video. So we know that there is a screening test that is conducted. So what is the dress code as per the official notification for that? For psychology test, what is the dress code? For group task, what is the dress code? For interview as well as what you should wear in conference, we are going to look at one by one very briefly. Starting off with the screening. Okay, so male candidates, they have to come in shirt, pant and with formal shoes, formal shirt, formal pant and formal shoes, right, as shoes. And if you look at the official notification, they have written like light color shirts are preferable, dark color your pants are preferable, tie is optional, and formal shoes should be there. If it is winters, you can come up with blazer as well, right, because it's understandable, it's winter, you might feel cold, so blazers are acceptable during the winters, right. In summers you yourself would not wear, it would be so hot, right. Coming to females, for females you can wear these shirt pants, right. So it's not like that for women it's being prohibited or anything like that, it's their will. If you want to add a tie additionally, you can do so. In winters you can come up with a blazer. But in India, what happens, we have some cultural practices also, and as per the cultural practices, many women, they do not wear shirts and pants, right. So that is why for women there are more categories that are involved as dress code, and that is a formal sari or a formal suit. Okay, so what does it mean? For example, the picture that I've shown you, a very formal sari it is there, right, with a plain monochrome color that is there with a plain border, right. Similarly, this particular suit is also of one color with formal shoes, and very formally the attire is there, right. There is no combinations of like very colors, or they are very extravagant, koi chamak dhamak kuch nahi hai, very simple formal these suits or sari you can wear for SSBs, right. So that is allowed to you, so that is a screening, right. Now what are the sort of the dress code that you need to avoid in screening? Okay, for example, if you are coming up with a formal dress, okay, but it is very, the colors are very bright, right, so those are not acceptable in SSBs. The color should be very decent and formal in nature. Or if you're coming up with any informal, like these coats, vast coats that exist, right, you can't come up with anything informal. And even if you're wearing formal, they should be not of bright colors, they should be of very decent color. Okay, and coming to the additional clothing, the dress code that we have for women, so as I have shown you some pictures, it can't be, with like multiple colors or with various designs or any kind of, like, it's not a fashion show that you have to come to, it's a very formal exam that is conducted, testing that happens, right. So such kind of dresses and attire you cannot carry for the screening process. Okay, once that is done, then happens your phase 2 testing. Okay, there we have psych test, group task and interview. Now what are the clothes that are acceptable for psych test? Again, you can come up with the same dress code that you had for screening process. Okay, so shirt and pant for both men and women. In winters it can be blazers, and for women sari and suits are allowed. Okay, for group task, for men it is clear cut mentioned that they should have white shirt, okay, white shorts, and if it's winter, white pant would do, right, but it's usually short for men. Okay, white socks and white shoes. This is what says what the official notification says. You should have a white polo, and that too collar t-shirt, right, not some without collar one, so it's called polo t-shirt. White polo t-shirt, white shorts, white shoes, white socks. This is the code for men. For women, again, in India, for the cultural reasons, in many places, pajamas are not being worn by females, or shorts are not being worn, right. So for female, it's anything which is comfortable and appropriate to work the group task, it is acceptable as per the official notification. As you can see in the picture, okay, this has been taken from internet, so here you can see everybody, they are in different attires, right, but everything is acceptable. For example, if you look at chest number 15, she has worn the same clothing that is for which the men has worn, so white t-shirt, white polo shirt, then we have white shorts, white socks, white shoes. So that is acceptable. Now you're looking, some people they have worn the full pajamas, right? Here you can see they have, if you look at chest number 13 and 12, they have worn the full pajamas, that is acceptable. Chest number 17 and 21, they decided to wear suit, that is also acceptable. Okay, so for women it is anything that is appropriate, that and is comfortable to work in the group task, that is acceptable. Okay, however, again it is promoted that if you wear, you know, white color attire, that is more preferable. For interview also, same as for screening and psych test. Okay, formals can be worn, and like shirt pant can be worn with or without tie, and if you're going for a sari or if you're going for a suit, then it should be formal. For psych test also, you can wear a sari and suit. It's not like that you cannot wear, so only shirts are allowed. No, that you can do so. Okay, and in the premises, okay, so this all the tests that were conducted, that were in they were conducted in halls, right? But in the premises also there are some restrictions. See, when you are in your hostel, then to wear, you can wear slippers and everything because nobody is looking at you. But for example, if you're going to the canteen, or if you're going out of your hostel, right, in the, for example, fall-in happens, right, every evening, the kind of attendance that happens, right, falling is happening, anything that is happening, in that you have to follow some code of conduct. So for example, you cannot just go in slippers, or you're wearing shorts or shandos or crop top girls are wearing, you cannot do so. You should have to be fully covered. It can be your home, like it can be your normal clothes that you wear at home, but that should be fully covered. You have to wear a pajama. If you don't wear a pajama, salwar should be there, right? But it cannot be a short. Okay, for men also it is valid, and you cannot just go wearing a slipper. You should have proper shoes put on if you're going to canteen for eating food, if you're going to the mess, if you're sitting somewhere else that is out of your hostel zone. Okay, so these things you have to keep in mind. These are not acceptable in the premises. Now in this particular slide, what I have done, I have added the official the snippet from the official notification, the items that need to be bought, and whatever things that are acceptable for male, female, everything देखो जैसे इसमें mention की गई है. ठीक है, so that is about about this particular video. I hope you liked the video. If you want me to cover any topic which you have confused about, you can ask me, and you can also check out the other videos that are in this particular playlist. Thank you everybody for watching, and all the very best for your SSB.